scientific spirituality. My name is Remains if you West, reaching you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on this channel, you are highly welcome. This is the place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I'll be talking about a very sad and difficult topic, you know, in this African spirituality. This is how to overcome the problem of shameless and irresponsible African kings. How to overcome shameless and irresponsible traditional rulers in Nigeria, especially. This is a very big problem. And I think it's high time we address this and we start talking about it. And with the hope of bringing some level of sanity or correction to this issue. In Nigeria, as you know, we have a lot of traditional rulers. In fact, every land have a traditional ruler. We have kings, queens, and kingdoms before the so-called inception of this colonial era of democracy. We have our own governments that were based in our kings and foundation of kings and queens and traditional authority. And we still have those traditional institutions up till now because they are part of what makes us African people. The only difference is that the government is now higher. The Western system of governments that was put in place during the time of colonization is still what is now still enforced in our African countries. And that is now what controls the affairs of the countries we have in Africa. But despite that fact, we still have our traditional kings, but they don't have much political power anymore. They are just there as a symbol of representation of that indigenous African culture and tradition. And most of them play ceremonial roles. Some also play official roles and unofficial roles in governance as well. People of any tribe and any community are first of all loyal to their traditional rulers before they are even loyal to the federal government or national government. And there are still also some people that are still more loyal, even till today, to their traditional rulers more than the federal government, because they feel that the traditional rulers are closer to them, actually represents them at the grassroots level, and have their best interests at heart. So we still respect our traditional rulers. They still have a very powerful role to play in preserving our cultures, our traditions, our customs, peace and harmony, and bringing development to the lands. So they still have a very important role to play, and I believe that we should not do away with them because we need them, and we need to still maintain our authentic, original African identity and culture. This is the only thing that will still make us become African. So we need them. But the problem is that a lot of our traditional rulers in Africa, i.e. Nigeria, they have begin to lose sight of their responsibilities. That is, they don't know their importance or their purpose anymore, or their function anymore. Many of them now have been seen many times to be doing things that is unbecoming of a traditional ruler or a king, things that the king are not supposed to be doing. This is the kind of things they are not doing. Many of them are actually now working against their own function, their own purpose. That was the original aim of them being installed as a king. Okay, many of them are now working against the development, progress of African people and especially African spirituality. And I've seen so many things happening with many of our traditional rulers and our kings, especially in Nigeria. I've seen so many funny things. I have also been avoiding this topic for quite some time, but it seems that they are getting worse and worse every day. And I am ashamed to say this, that our kings are falling sight of doing the things that are supposed to make us united, supposed to give hope to the people, supposed to bring progress, development, and unity to the people. Many of them are making us lose respect for them. so many traditional rulers. Right now, I have lost respect for lots of traditional rulers in Nigeria, and a lot of elders. There are very few. I don't think I can who can't a handful that we can point to say this person is worthy of emulation. A lot of them are not worthy of emulation. They are not people you will want to say this is a role model for your children to be like that. This king is a good king. This is a good traditional ruler. I want you to be like him. You cannot point them as role models for children to emulate or to copy, due to the nonsense and the stupidity that they are carrying around. It's very painful, especially in Delta State, in Niger Delta, South region of Nigeria. You're going to see this stupidity being perpetrated by so many kings and traditional rulers. Okay, there are some things I want to talk about today about responsibilities of a king in this modern day dispensation. Many of them have false sight of their responsibility, and they are messing up their throne. Their attitudes and characters are now making their own subjects not to respect them, to be ashamed of them. And this is very, very funny. I don't know why these kings are doing this, but I think it's because of greed. It's not that they don't have money. Many of them are rich. Okay, many of them are rich, are wealthy. They get money from their subject. They get royalties from companies. They get money from governments. Many of them are. They're not. I don't think there's any poor king in Nigeria. Sorry to say this, but it's the truth. They are doing well. Okay, this harsh economic condition does not affect them. But the problem, why are they still so greedy? This is the million-dollar question. As a king, the first responsibility you need to know about if you are a king or traditional ruler in Nigeria or in Africa, you need to stay clear of politics. Okay, you should not be partial when it comes to the situation or the realm of politics. You should not even belong to any political party. As a king of a kingdom, of an empire, when it comes to government politics, you need and you have to be seen to be neutral. You cannot take side to say I am supporting one political party, I am endorsing one political candidate over the other one. As a royal father, just like imagine me, I'm a father, I have 5 or 6 children, I have many children, and then they are in competition for some things at the house or to kind of get some promotion. I don't have right to say I want to pick this child over this child. I have to let everybody compete among themselves without me interfering, and the best candidates or the best person will win or get whatever they are competing for. This is the best I can do. I cannot be seen to be favoring one child over another child. This will bring acrimony, it will bring anger, it will bring jealousy, it will bring envy. It's going to cause problem. But you're going to see a lot of kings in Nigeria that are card-carrying members of various political parties. You will see a king shamelessly boasting that I am PDP. Some will tell you I am APC. And they are not ashamed. They will even tell the community who to campaign and who to vote for. This is very, very bad, because it means that you are partial, you are not sincere, and you are not standing for truth and justice. Okay, we have seen some political rulers that are coming out. They are not ashamed anymore. Some traditional rulers, they'll be making statements of I endorse this candidate, or God is the one that has endorsed these candidates, that everybody should support it. This kind of things is very, very poor of the attitude or the personality that a traditional ruler or a king should have. You must be neutral. This is why you are there. People that are playing the politics, your office have to be respected. When you are seen as not neutral, supporting one political party, you are already seen to be somebody that is dubious, or you already take side. In case the other political power gets into power the next day, what are you going to do? Do you think they are going to treat you with respect? When you were supporting the opposition against them, you were endorsing them publicly. You have been seen to be rubbing shoulders with them, eating with them, drinking with them, laughing with them. Now a new political party is now in town. How are you going to behave now with the new people? Are you going to now change your tune to start praising and supporting the new people? Nobody will respect you anymore. They will see you as a psychopath. They will see you as a trumpet blower. They will see you as a, sorry to say, a scallywag. Somebody that is not true to his word. Somebody that's a liar. Somebody that will do anything for money. This is the way people will look at you. Okay? I have seen many kings that have made this mistake in Nigeria to be supporting political parties openly. If you love a particular candidate, I know people will be people. You must always have somebody you love, but you should do it secretly. Okay? I know everybody have, even me, I have my candidate choice. If I am in a position of rulership or a traditional authority, I will not say who I'm supporting publicly. I will have them in my mind. But you will see kings coming out on national TV endorsing a particular candidate, especially in situations where the election is filled with irregularities. Somebody that have so many dubious character that does not have one single authentic certificate in his entire life. Somebody from beginning to end, from his primary school certificates, his secondary school, university, everything is under contest, even his age, his nationality, how he made his money. Somebody has the total 100% dubious character, nothing to write home about this person. Everything about him is fraudulent. Somebody that has been indicted for drug dealing outside the country. Somebody that has a lot of criminal cases hanging on his head. You as a traditional ruler should know better not to associate yourself with this kind of person, or to be very careful in associating yourself with this kind of person. You're supposed to know better than me. But when you see a lot of traditional rulers in Nigeria coming out to support people like this, where are we going in the country? You are sending a message to your youth, to your constituency, to your community, that crime pays, and there's no morality or goodness or justice. That it's all rubbish. In fact, your throne is for sale. This is the message you're sending out to your youth, to people that know you. There are certain people that we should not be mixing up with too much. People that, especially politicians, whereby they are known for lying. They are known for criminality, for embezzlement, for fraud, for all kinds of bad things. You, as a person, as a spiritual person, as a spiritual leader, a spiritual father of a community, even me that is a single person on my own, there are certain people I don't associate with. I don't sit well too much with them because I don't want to soil my name. I don't want to spoil myself. They say birds of the same feathers flock together. Okay? Show me your friends. I will show you who you are. When you as a good person start associating with the people of dubious characters, they will call all of you are in the same gang. Okay? There's a reason why I have policy on this channel. I do spiritual work for people. I don't work for pastors and I don't work for Yahoo boys. This is the main reason. These are people that have been known for dubious character. I don't want my name to be spoiled. These are people that have high level. In fact, they are criminals. There's nothing good about them. This kind of people, if I begin to do spiritual work for them now, they are going to pollute me. Of course, I will have money. Many people will say, you're making mistake. You're leaving these people. You should include them. Now, then they pay pass. Yes, I know that them they pay pass, but they say a good name is better than silver and gold. My aim of coming to this channel is to teach and transmit the knowledge of African spirituality to everybody that are interested, that are genuine interest in the subject, especially our African brothers and sisters around the world. Not to be coming here to be supporting people that are doing evil, that are perpetrating lies, hoodwinking and defrauding other people. I will not be supporting them with my spiritual knowledge to destroy more life because I need money. I am not that kind of person. I need money, but I am not for sale, and this is not my purpose. This is the main reason I don't work for certain class of people, because I don't want them to pollute me, to poison me. Instead of me focusing on teaching I will not be focusing on working for greedy people. I will not have purpose now. What is the point? I cannot do that. Somebody like me, as little as I am, I know this very simple thing. Not to talk of somebody that is supposed to be a king, a traditional father. People respect you, bow down to you. You are associating yourself with shitty politicians, even endorsing them in public. This is a big no-no for every traditional ruler in Africa, okay? Please, maintain your neutrality. If you know you cannot maintain it, resign your office and go into politics full-time. Don't soil your throne. Don't soil the throne of your ancestors. Don't corrupt it, okay? Many times you'll be complaining that there's no peace in your land, there's problems, there's crime, the youths are not listening, are not respecting their elders. Children will learn by example. Children always learn by example, not what you tell them. When children see you doing this kind of things, what do you expect them to copy? Of course, they're going to copy you. They're not going to respect you. They see you as somebody that is for sale. Despite all the experience, what we saw during the election, how people were beaten, ballot boxes were stolen, so many irregularities, even INEC were not uploading people's voting results. We saw the worst type of rigging that happened in the history of Nigeria. INEC that was supposed to do their work, they totally turned the election upside down. We saw what happened. It was so painful. A lot of Nigerians even tore their passports, said they were never coming to the country. Then we see somebody that calls himself a traditional ruler endorsing somebody like this. It broke my heart. My heart was broken. My heart was broken. I could not hide it. I have to say it. My heart has been broken many times by people that we're supposed to look up to for direction and guidance. Nigeria is not like a no man's land. It's a very painful place to live in right now. You don't have who to trust. Your government, everybody is like a criminals and wolves, looking for who will give them a little money. They will say anything, they will do anything, will pimp themselves out. Pimping yourself out. And you have money. You have money. It's not that you're a poor man. You have money. Why are you still doing all these things? Respect your throne, please. Respect your ancestors. If you cannot respect yourself, respect the blood of your ancestors, for crying out loud. We see a lot of kings, especially in Delta states. Many of Urobo king, I will call them my Urobo king from Urobo. Many of them are fucking up big time. You come to a place like Delta State, place like Warri, you see kings. There is no single good road in your community and you call yourself a king. All the roads have potholes. All the roads in your community, they have big various potholes. In fact, there's like septic tanks destroying people's cars and you call yourself a king. The most little thing you can do is to make sure that all the roads in your community are tarred. But you see a king that cannot even talk to a local government chairman to tell the local government chairman that they appointed yesterday to do his job because the king has been compromised. You have a kingdom. No road is good and you are proud. You are still going out with your Prado Jeep. They love Prado Jeep in Nigeria. If you are a rich man, you don't have Prado Jeep, you're working in the government, you don't drive Prado Jeep, you have not started yet. You are so proud, you have to go in your Prado Jeep, going through all those potholes. You call yourself a king. You are just like a tissue paper. People will not respect you, okay? I don't know if anybody even advise these our kings anymore. Many of them don't know their responsibilities. As a king, you must make sure that you are the CSO, the first chief security officer of your people. In those days in Africa, kings go to war. They are the people that lead their people into war, into battle. Our African kings, you be the first person. Your subjects be behind you. You are ready to die for them. Nowadays, we see kings that don't even come out from their palace. Anytime they come in, they are in Prado Jeep with security. They cannot even step out. They have done so many evils. Many Urobo kings, what they do is, for their pastime is to be sleeping with other people's wives and daughters. This is what Urobo kings are known for now in Delta State. Womanizing, carrying little girls, oppressing people, taking people's wife. Then wait on that strike you now. I don't know what you will talk. We have so many irresponsible kings in Nigeria, especially in Delta states. And many of them are Urobo kings. I am so ashamed. I go talk am. Make we talk truth, make devil shame. Una need to try. Look at all the roads in our land. Many of them are all bad. You will see cases whereby you call yourself a king. Headsmen will come into your community, go into the farms. They will first of all come. They don't just come. They first of all go meet the king. Tell the king we want to let our animals come to stay here. The kings are always aware that they will give the king just one cow. Just one cow. You will sell your people into slavery. Then the king will take cow from these herdsmen with one bottle of whiskey. He will give them permission to go to the bushes to go and be keeping the cows. And the cows will start going into people's farm, destroying people's crop. Then when the people are caused these herdsmen, the herdsmen will beat and kill these people. Then we go to the king, and the king can do nothing. You call yourself a king, you cannot protect your people. Herdsmen will come into your kingdom to be kidnapping your subjects, and you can do nothing because you have taken money from these herdsmen. What kind of king are you? You're just a witchcraft king, or you are an enemy to your own people. We have this problem in lots in Niger Delta. So many villages, so many communities have this problem. I don't want to mention the names, but we know them. If you are from Delta State, you will know what I'm talking about. These communities, the herdsmen don't just go there. They are not shadows. They are not ghosts. They are not ghosts. They go there with the full permission and knowledge of the traditional rulers of those lands. That's why they have confidence going into those places. They were given permission to go there. When their animals start destroying people's farm, they also kill people. The kings do nothing. Instead, they'll be referring the matter to state governments because they know that they have taken money. They will not be waiting on state government and allowing foreigners to be killing their own people in their farms, in your lands. This is a very bad thing, okay? As a king, you need to be this, know that you are a chief security officer, and the life and properties of all your subjects is your responsibility first. But sadly, many of them don't see it like that, especially in Delta States. Many kings, they are not responsible. They allow people to come into community, give them money, do all sort of nonsense, and just go out without no repercussion. This is what we are seeing these days in our communities. We have kings whereby companies will come and give them money to share to community, to do community project. They will tell the companies that, no, you don't need to do the project. Just give us the money, we will do it by ourselves. Company will give them the money. They will not build school, they will not build hospital, they will not build anything, they will eat the money. And yet, they want people to still be respecting them. This is very wrong. We have cases whereby people will struggle to go and, subjects will go and get scholarship, to go to universities, to get scholarship from oil producing areas. They will ask letter from king. The person will go to meet the king for letter signature. The king will refuse to sign the letter. What kind of kings are these? We have so many youths that don't have jobs in many communities. Many times they will bring job slots to give to the youth. The king will sell it to foreigners, or he will give it to his own family members. A loan, even contracts. I have seen this many times. There are some kingdoms you will go, the only house that will have light is the king's house. Your subject do not have light, and yet you want people to respect you. All these are very, very painful things that many of our kings are indulging in. They don't know their responsibility. We don't see them promoting culture. Many of them have also become kings, Christians. When a traditional ruler tells you that he's a Christian, just know that the spirituality of that land is dead. Many of them don't know history. They don't even know history. Many of them, they have become like politicians too, with very dubious character. They don't care what happens to the community. They don't have any responsibility. They don't intercede. They don't intervene. They just sit in their office and wait for people to bring drink and food to come and meet them, give them. They are just like that. So they don't know their responsibilities. And as a result of this, it is making the nowadays youths to shy away or to run away from traditional rulers. Even people like me, I don't personally, I don't visit. I try to avoid them as much as possible because I know a lot of them are good for nothing. I don't see any of them that we can really point to say, let's emulate this person, especially in the Niger Delta area. They are our traditional rulers. They are nothing to write home about. Seriously, only very few ones are trying. You come to a place like Warri, NPA is not working, Nigeria Port Authorities is not working. Many parastatals, many companies, they have left. Many people don't have work. The city looks like a very dilapidated place. Nothing is happening. We have kings. Even if there is government, there's roles that kings can also play to bring peace, to bring development. But I don't see any of them doing all these kind of things. And this is a situation that seems to replicate itself all over, not only Nigeria, all over Africa. The role of traditional rulers in bringing development to their people is far being neglected due to their irresponsibility or lack of understanding or their deviation from their original responsibilities. So this is a very big issue. When we see our traditional rulers messing up every day, there are some kings today that women are afraid to even go to visit them in Delta State because these kings, they are chronic womanizers. They talk to they want to sleep with every person wearing skirts. Women are afraid to visit some traditional rulers at their palace because these kings will gist them. We have kings like that in Delta states that are totally chronic womanizers. They don't hide it. So when you have this kind of people for kings that are supporting Yahoo boys, taking money from Yahoo boys, encouraging all sorts of criminality, bad attitudes, bad behavior in their own kingdom, what do you expect? What you see is natural decadence because there is no traditional authority to emulate or to copy. So the youth naturally will just do whatever they like, and then they will complain that your youths are bad, your youths are bad. But you created them. Okay? You created them. This is a very dangerous situation that we're having in Africa today. And if you have experienced this kind of thing, you need to find a way to overcome this kind of irresponsible kings. In Nigeria today, there are some things that you want to do, especially if you are a youth. You're going to school for scholarship and issues. They will ask you to go and get letter from a king. If your king is misbehaving, try to get from your mother side or from another local government that is not misbehaving. You need to find a way to overcome all these kind of things. Then we need to learn how to be avoiding this kind of people. If these kings, and most times they don't change, they are intoxicated with power and they want people to be worshiping them. The best thing you can really do is to avoid them. When you see that a king is now becoming dubious, they are not straightforward anymore, they are now become more into politics and they are now become corrupted, you have no option than to really avoid them. There's nothing you can really do. You can report them, but I don't think there's much they can do about the cases. And you just respect yourself and avoid this kind of criminal kings. We have them a lot in Nigeria. Sorry to say this. And this is what is happening. A lot of them have failed in their responsibility and they are continuously failing. So it's left for us as the youths and the good people to take our own destiny into our own hands. Okay? If you find out that the king is misbehaving, it's better to even do things directly with the government. After all, the federal government or the state government have more power than these royal fathers. If they are all corrupt, you go with the one with the stronger power. So you just neglect them. Okay? Just neglect them. This is a very sad reality, but I need to say this. A lot of our traditional rulers have neglected their responsibilities and they don't even know what they are doing there. Okay? They are not thinking that the kingship is a privileged position whereby people worship you. They don't know that the aim of the kingship is to serve the people, to bring peace, prosperity, and development to their own people. They don't know this anymore. And they have turned it upside down. So many of them are not bringing on that development. You see kings going to Abuja for contracts by themselves. Kings that are always begging money. They don't stay in their palace anymore. They will say or do anything for a politician to get into power. They are now holding political cards. They are no longer neutral anymore. All these are not things. It's things that make people disrespect traditional rulers. Okay, so I hope some of these traditional rulers will watch this video, and they will try to change their behavior. If you are a traditional ruler, try to find a way to bring development to your community. If you cannot do anything, at least make sure all the roads in your community are good. Let people benefit something from you. Let your people still enjoy some few things now. You can be able to talk to your local government, talk to your councillors, be telling them, don't be taking money from them. You are the ones that are supposed to tell them what they are supposed to do for your people, not the other way around. Government officials are elected to supervise and also to bring development to the populace. They don't know what to do. It is you, traditional rulers, that are supposed to be telling them, my people need this, my people need that, this is the project you must do, this is what you must do, this is what the people want. You are elected to serve the people. Okay, this is what you need to be doing for our people. This is what we need. You must do this, you must do this, you must do this. This is why you are here. Do your job. Local government chairman, do your job. People in charge of roads, do your job. People in charge of all this, do your job. You have been elected. This is what my people want. You have a right, you have the power to force them to do it, and they will do it. If they don't do it, you can give problem to their government. You can even shut their government down. They have to do the work they are supposed to be doing. But here you see, kings are the ones that are begging them, even conniving with them, not to bring development to the land. And yet we are complaining that there is the president. But people in the grassroots, they are the ones that really needs to be held accountable. But a lot of people don't do this. So if you know that you are a king or you are one of the children of one of these royal fathers or dignitaries, please try to be different. Try to make a difference. Try to bring development. You have power. Use your power. Do something. Be different. Okay? We cannot all continue to be doing the same thing. And we need to make this world a better place. And also, too, we need to develop African spirituality. We need to promote it. We need to create language centers, culture centers. These are supposed to be sole responsibilities of the kings, but I don't see any king doing anything like this. So all they are interested in contract, higher contracts, money contracts. They don't care about the culture. They don't care about the tradition. They don't care about the language, anything. They just leave it for the parents, and they focus on how to make money from politicians. So this is a very sad situation, and I hope that things will change with time. And they need to be neutral. Most especially, it's very, very important that they are neutral. Okay? So that people will trust and respect them. This is the way I see it too. So this is what I have to say today, and questions and comments are welcome as usual. Please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, close to the subscribe button. And if you are interested in learning African spirituality, this is the place that you need to be. This is your last bus stop, your first and last bus stop. Here I teach African spirituality authentically, and I have a lot of materials on the subject. You don't need to travel to Africa. You don't need to pay for expensive initiation. You don't need to be wasting your time with semi and stark illiterates following useless traditions, allowing anybody to micromanage your spirituality. You can have a direct connection with divinity, and I will teach you how. My website is River of Knowledge. You can reach out to me there, or you can contact me on this channel. I am always there. Or check me out on WhatsApp. Then if you want to read my book on quantum physics and African spirituality, it is here waiting for you. And if you want to do your spell work, your love spell, your exes, your packs, your oracle tarot readings, my number is on the screen. For those people that are watching me today, I thank you for coming online. And I'm very, very grateful. And I'll be seeing you in the subsequent videos as usual. So take care and bye.